crazy.
Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. You text me then I'll text you back. Text me then I'll text you back. TikTok, you don't stop. I will help you make your paper stack. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now? 205-964-52439. You know. 205-964-52439. You know.
Boom, we're in here live with Zomps. You know what I need you to do is to take this mic. You need to grab this mic here and move it over.
Move it
Grab
up.
it, grab it with two hands.
This one?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's fine. We want to grab the cord and pull it. Yeah. All right, so I'm getting a little help here today. So hopefully it'll go make things go a little smoother. With you guys, want to pull that card a little more so you won't actually, yeah, okay. And you might want to turn it, yeah, okay. All right, so I have one of the team members here, Oksana here. Y'all can just call her Ox, AX, to assist in doing this thing. We already got 24 people in here. Okay, cool. All right, yeah, they okay, what's going on? Sarah, Kisi, she was here yesterday. Israel. No problem. Thank you. I think I'm saying that right. Sahara, is it Sarah? That's Sahara. What is it? The name's S-H-A Sarah. Okay. Yeah, I have a call with the seller later today. Okay, good luck to you. You're gonna make it happen. If you don't, not the last one out there. So yeah, so we're in here to do some comping live for you guys using Zomps. I have an update on it. You all won't have access to it probably for another few days, maybe first part of next week, maybe the end of this week, first part of next week. But I'm going to show the one feature that I'm really happy about is the suggested ARV. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel so you do get the alerts when we go live. And you just simply need to follow these instructions here to do so. And I'll reemphasize. Subscribe to the channel by selecting this button here. Once you subscribe to the channel, tap the little bell, select all, so you now are alerted whenever we upload new videos like this one and when we go live daily. Okay, yeah, I forgot to change the mic over too, so that should be a little better audio also. All right, so, but yeah, so make sure you do that when you subscribe. Not only just hit the subscribe button, you have to select the bell, the little bell, and then select all, so you are alerted whenever we go live and upload new videos. So hopefully you all got some properties ready to go. The ones that have been here in the previous days for me to comp. So first things first, we'll go over here to Zomps, and let me share my screen. I'm assuming you all can see my screen. I'm gonna have to do it a couple of ways here. So let me remove it first before I do that. Remove it. Say hello, Oksana.
Hello, guys.
Please, hello.
Hello, everyone.
All
Hopefully
right.
I can help.
And we're
today.
gonna move that. Okay, so boom. All right, so let me share my screen. And first I want to show you how to add it. Is share screen, boom, boom, and boom. All right, so over here at Zomps, you go here, get to the website. You have to be on a desktop or a laptop to use it. That's out of my control. That's a Zillow thing. I'm sorry, that's a Google Chrome thing. But it's very useful. Get to one, even if you have to go to the library. I'm assuming they'll let you do that. So once you get over there, you hit add to Chrome, then hit add extension, and boom, you're in business. All right, now I need to because I'm using the what's name, y'all don't have to see this part here, but because I'm using the updated version, I need to actually remove it and then add it back. Let's see here. Oksana. Okay, so yeah, boom. Okay, so boom is added. All right, so let me go back and share my screen again. So anybody got a comp in there yet or an address, Oksana?
No, I don't see anything yet.
All right, yeah. So if you got an address you want me to post, I will, but I'll go ahead and show you the new feature here. A couple of the new features that will be added soon. Okay, somebody got
an
one in
address, yes.
Colton, California. Okay, boom.
905 Kansas Avenue, Colton, California.
Yeah, boom. That's what's up. Who is that? David.
David Carter.
Yeah, David is here.
Mr. Carter.
Mr. Carter. All right, so what's that address, Oksana?
905 Kansas Avenue, Colton, California.
Colton, California.
Yes.
All right, so looks like it's a listed property. So I'll right click, open in a new tab. All right, and okay, so and then I'll duplicate this here. Okay, so now this is a listed property. It's only getting 9 views per day, a 1.9% average as far as
the save rate.
Save rate. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add this property because we can treat it as the target. And then on my map over here, I'm going on Google Maps. And again, we got to try to figure out a way. Zillow doesn't make it easy for me to figure out where it's located. So this main street right here is, what is that? West North, what is that? Mount Vernon Avenue, North Mount Vernon Avenue. Then it's off of Colton.
Well, I thought usually when you do the plus thing, it zooms into almost the property.
Well, yeah.
Look around.
Well, it is, but it can be a little confusing, at least for my little brain. Okay, so see, I don't even know where it is now. So it's on this side here. Okay. All right, and so this one major street. So let me zoom in. Okay, so North Vernon must be right here. Okay, so then Colton. So I guess it's down. So it's down in this area right here. Okay, so boom, yeah. So it's down in this area right here. Okay, so what I'll do is remove the boundary. Okay, so now we can zoom out a little bit. And so I'm gonna go to for sold properties. And we're gonna deselect all and just only pull up houses. Then under more, we're gonna only do 12 months. Well, let's do 90 days. Let's see if we got anything. All right, in the last 90 days. Okay, so we got a couple in here. So that's the right area, right? Okay, yeah. All right, so we got a couple in here right here. So, and then we got this one. I think it's on the right side of the tracks, and it is. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm gonna add these 3 right here, right? Okay, so we're gonna add that one. All right, we're gonna add this one. All right, and we're gonna add this one. Okay, boom. All right, so now we'll go over here to our Zomps window. So we got 4 in here. So our property address was the 905 Kansas. So we're going to treat that as the target, okay, as the target property. Okay, so I don't know what's going on with this image right here. Okay, so all right. Oh, okay. So now it's automatically given the ARV right here because I went ahead and did the target, right? So the suggested ARV, but we're not done. We need to look into the numbers here before this number right here is solid. But that's one of the new features right there. Is going to give you a suggested ARV because what it's doing is taking this square footage and multiplying it times the average price per square foot, right? Okay, so this is not the number yet. All right, so let's look at these that we have here. Okay, so no wonder why that's
just FYI, he's also letting
okay,
you know
so it corrected it, huh?
Just FYI, he's also letting you know that it's going to need a full rehab for when you do the numbers.
Okay, all right. Okay, so wait a minute. It has it in here twice. So let's remove one of these. All right, so boom. All right, so our property is a 1943 build, and we want to be within 5 years plus or minus of our property if possible. So we're going to automatically remove this 1996 build. Going to automatically remove that one. And really we need to remove this 1960 also, this build here too. Because we have a 1943 right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's do that. And this property here sold at $487 a square foot. All right, so let's do this. So let's open up this property, but I don't see any see any photos for a renovation. So now this is where PropStream becomes valuable or similar to. Now you can access that through dealulator.com. As it's pulling up, I'll show you. Even though Zomps is free, you know, it's leveraging the data on Zillow, but Zillow doesn't pull this type of information as far as like the loan information to see if it was paid for cash. But to access the PropStream through Dealulator, just go here and select the 5-day free trial. If you do, we'll train you on it. So I got PropStream ready to go here, and so I'm gonna pull this property up. And what I want to look for is how was it paid for? Okay. So they don't show the recent transaction in here yet for this particular property. Which one is it? Is this one for this Illinois Avenue? It doesn't show the recent transaction in there yet to show if it was a loan. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to the to this, and I'm gonna change my filter because remember I had it at 90 days. I'm gonna change this to 6 months to see if it pulls any more in this area, and it does. Okay, so now I might end up adding one of the others we've already added, you know, so I'll remove it if need be. All right, so that doesn't show any renovations either. Trying to find something that shows renovations. All right, so let's look at this one that sold for $390. Okay, so that's a good example right there. That sold back in October. That's not too long ago. Was this for one of ours? I think this is the one that was on 1996. It is, so we don't want that one. All right, let's zoom in here. Got one that sold for $850. I don't know what's going on with this. Nothing on that, so we're not going to use that. We're going to blow up this a little more. So we got one that sold for $305. Okay, so that house that needs renovation, but it sold for $305. Zoom out a little bit. Let's look at this $390. That's the one I added. $385. I think I already. No, I may not have it in there, but I don't see any renovations. But we'll go ahead and keep this one because I'll look it up in PropStream. And so we got the 460. Then we got the 420 in there too. That's a newer build house, I'm sure. Let's see. Yeah, that's a 1996 also. All right, so let's see what we got in here. Okay, so okay, so this is 1943. This is 1943. And wow, so this one right here even sold for even more. All right, that's 1943. So in reality, that 487 is probably a good number. So we're going to roll with that 487. So it's automatically calculating it for you. It's taking this number and multiplying it times this number here, and it's giving you a 579 ARV. So he says it needs to be totally rehabbed. So now what I'll do, I'm going to use the dealulator repair calculator and the dealulator deal calculator. So in California, we're going to raise these numbers. Normally for livable, let me back up. So when we recalculating repairs, we just the normal number we'll go with default is $25 if it's livable. If it's not livable, we'll go with $40. So, but out there, we're going to go with on the livable, we're going to go with 30, and the not livable, we're going to go with 40. I'm sorry, with 50. I'm sorry, it's defaulted at 40. All right, so the square footage on this property is 1190. So we put that in there. All right, so that's 35.7. So I would normally just raise that to 45. I just go to the next zero, the next 5. All right, and then if it's not livable, which he said it needs a complete rehab, so we're gonna say 60. Small house, but 60 grand. So, all right, so we have our number. What did we say it was? It was 579. So 579, 530. 579, 530. And then we say 60 in repairs. Oh, another thing out there, we're going to go with 75% instead of, where's Colton? Let me see what that is, first of all. Where's Colton, Oksana?
I have no idea.
You're supposed to know.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm
hold
not
on.
the encyclopedia.
We'll Google it right quick. All right, so let's see where Colton
San
is.
Bernardino.
Okay, it's out there in San Bernardino. Okay. All right, so we'll go with 75 instead of 70 out there. Okay, and then so how much you want to make on this deal? So ideally we're taking 10%, 7 to 10%. So that'll be around 57,000, or around 58,000 if we take 10% of this number, the ARV. 7% of that number. I guess we need to add that as a feature on Zomps also, right?
Yeah.
So 570 times 7%. So we're around
On the
40.
calculator.
Yeah, 40,000, between 40 and 58,000. So I'm trying to make 50 grand on this. It's up to you, but trying to make 50 grand on this. All right. That's the difference in being out there versus in a lot of other parts of the country, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So so ideally, just looking at what they're trying to sell it for, around the 334 is not a bad price. If my numbers are correct, which I'm assuming they are. So we're just a little bit under that, right? If wanting 50 grand. Now putting it out there to a buyer would be 374. So let me look at where is it? Where is it? Right here. So how many days it's been on there? 136 days. So it has a few say, but yeah, this is a total rehab. It must gonna cost more to renovate it than 6. Oh yeah, it's gonna cost more than that. I forgot if we didn't see the pictures. Yeah, I see the issue. It's just gonna cost a lot more to renovate than I'm expecting here. Yeah, everything needs replaced on this for sure. Okay, so that's probably where the issue is that this number here is not high enough, right? In reality, it's probably to get this in the retail shape, to get this number, you're probably going to have to be closer to probably between 80 to 100, right? So I'm just going to say if I change this to 90, all right, so it needs to be below 300 to have an opportunity on it. We're still not far off of that. So if you can get this around 290 or 280, which offers are free, you may have an opportunity to put it back out there just under 300 and find a buyer for it. So, but anyway, so yeah, there you go on that one.
Okay, so we have somebody that's asking, for a beginner, what does this help with wholesaling and looking for buyers?
Well, now, a couple of things. Now, if you're just looking at it from a standpoint of looking for buyers, okay, so first you want to know what buyers are buying, right?
Correct.
Ideally
Yes, ideally.
where deals are happening, where is the activity, right? So I'm trying to go to Zomps. I just need to go to Zillow. Zillow. So we can go back to the same area we were just in. What was that? Colton,
Yes.
California.
Hmm.
And what I can do is I can go ahead and sold. I can look in the last, definitely last 90 days. And if I remove the boundary, now, which we were in this area right here, um, I can see where the activity is, right? Right in this general area right here. So what is this zip code right here? So it's 92324. All right. So you say, hey, well, I need to target properties. If I was going to target in this particular market, I need to target properties in this general area right here, right? Really everything on this side of the freeway. If I zoom out a little bit, anything in this side of the freeway. So that's what buyers are buying. Now you can dive a little deeper, and again, that's where tools such as uh, uh, prop stream becomes valuable. If I go here and I just do Colton, California, move this zip, and then I just use the flippers tab here. Sometimes it pulls stuff, sometimes it doesn't, and it does. So if I click on one of these, go to MLS. All right, I think that's a condominium. Let's look at something else. Okay, that's a house. All right, if I go to MLS, so this is a pending listing. So what I would do is I would look at the agent on this particular deal, and I would reach out to this agent to see if this particular client, especially since it's pending, would they be interested in buying more properties? But let's see how they pay for it first before we say this, because this may not be a flipper. Ideally, what you're looking for is someone that, number one, is in an LLC, which it is, and see the transaction history on this. I don't see, let me shrink my thing here. Um, I don't see a cash or any type of resident funding, but I do see a building or construction type loan. So this is a flipper. So what you would do is you can Google this. So it doesn't have a phone number here. Sometimes they'll have the phone number and information here. So what you would do is, so this is the agent's name. So what I would do is just copy this, highlight all of this, and then just Google it. And it should pull up her information right here. And it does. That's the office. You reach out there. If you dive deeper, I'm sure you could be able to find a phone number for this particular agent. If I click here, what does it do? Now, that's not what I'm looking for. Let me see if I find anything else. Let me remove that. All right, she has a listing on the homes.com. Okay, so this is probably a number generated by Homes, but it'll probably go direct to her, or maybe her number. I don't know. Let's try to see another link here. Find realtor. All right. Trying to see if they have a website and it will come up. So not that. All right, let's look at this one. No, that's not it. So I don't see any more links for this particular agent. So it's going to probably have to be this one on Realtor. And you would just go to, you call this number to get our contact information or
So, what is
whatever.
the purpose of this one?
Well, you're going to reach out to them and see if they're, you notice they had a listing that's pending. You're going to have more properties in that area similar to that. Would their you want to see if their client or clients would be interested in discounted properties.
Yeah,
For the
that's how
agent,
you
it's
find
an
a buyer.
opportunity
Yes.
for them to make money on when they buy it and when they rehab it and fix it and put it back on the market and relist it. So it's an opportunity for them to make money twice.
So, this is how you find a buyer.
Well,
for your
that's one
property.
way. He was
Yeah.
asking me how can this help find a buyer.
Yeah,
So I just
that's what I'm
yeah
just making sure you explain to
yeah.
them so they understand what you were trying to do here.
Mhm.
Okay, so here is here's another question. Good morning, Flip Man. I just started flipping land and I pulled up a list of sellers of Zillow that shows their addresses, etc. The problem is I can't find their numbers. How do I call the sellers?
Okay, so I'm assuming they've identified an address. So that's first you have to understand who I'm assuming you've identified an address and you've identified an owner. So this is where you can use either a free the free one of the free tools out there to try to find a number. And that's doing a search on free skip tracing or free find the owner of a find someone's phone number for free. Just do a Google search on that, and or you can use Skip the Flip to try to find numbers. Also,
Okay, somebody's asking, um, is Flipman reading the chat? Yeah, indirectly. I'm reading it right now for him, so he can answer the question. So, but yeah,
yeah, it's hard.
he can actually see it though.
Yeah,
He
I
can see the
can. You
chat.
know, if it's harder to do it that way, or to try to go back and forth. Anyways,
It is. This is
and
it for now. Do you have anything
oh,
else?
anyone? No, it's okay. So one of the things I want to show is one of the ways that you can find land is through targeting mobile homes or manufactured homes. All right, and so let's just we'll just do we'll go back to California again since we're going to roll in there. So what you'll do in the filters, you'll go to for sale, apply that. You'll go here and change this to manufactured, apply that, and then you'll go down here, remove this coming soon. Then remove this to any. And so the lot size, you want to do 5 acres or more. All right, and hit apply. So now if we remove the boundary, what's wrong?
There's no problem. Just for those people that missed the beginning, they'll be able to watch the replay on YouTube. Correct?
Yeah, it goes in
Okay.
replay mode
Yeah,
immediately.
just because somebody said they missed the beginning of the
Yeah, we
show.
only count one property rate so far. So, but right, what I'm showing you now is how to find decent tracts of land sizes using uh, the filters, but through mobile homes, which they'll have it labeled here as manufactured. Okay, so here's one right here. So it's for sale, $230,000 basically. All right, so down here, as you notice, I did 5 acres or more. So if you go under facts and features, and you scroll down, it should tell us here how large the lot is. So this is 39 acres on this particular property. So what you could do is automatically filtering it out for you. So I can go ahead and add this if I just want to build a list of those. So let me clear this out first. Now this is not ready. This is another feature that'll be on the update this year, right? So
Okay, so
uh,
can you tell them like what Zomps is so they know
well, Zomps
really
is
quick?
Zomps is basically is using Zillow data, but Zillow is not set up. Well, let's go back. Zillow is basically like the Google of residential real estate, but it's not user friendly for investors slash wholesalers. I created this tool, um, this Google extension, Google Chrome extension called Zomps. Make it easier to use Zillow to find deals, to evaluate and find deals. Okay, so all right, so on this particular property right here, so it's 39 acres. So we go back here. So it's added and it shows you the number of acres here, right? So you can easily build a list here. So let's look at another one. So that's 39 acres. All right. The next one, 265,000. If I add it, how many acres? This is 41 acres. All right. So let's look at a couple of these. Let's look at these properties here. Because with so it was this one down here. If we zoom in, it may give us the boundary, the property boundaries on this. And so that may not be correct on this because what it's doing is this must be a mobile home park, and they're taking all of this in consideration. That's why it's important to look at it also. All right, so I will remove this one. So let's look at this other one up here that I did. I think it was where was it? Where was it? What's the address on it? Can't remember. Okay. Was it this one up here? No, it was 230. Is it this one? It's this one right here. So let's zoom in on this one. Yeah, same thing. These are obviously either they have them labeled wrong. They got solar right here, don't they? They have them labeled wrong. Let me get out of California. It's crazy. All right, so let's move on. So, one of the things about Zomps that when we started to develop this, and I seen another guy had did this, so I was inspired by what he had did. But that's the only thing his extension would do is expand the map. So now the original version looks like this, but you could do the same things, and all of this change. Some people prefer that, and so when I initially did the first launch, it was just the expanded map, and you didn't have this option if you had Zomps loaded. So someone suggested that, hey, no, they like the older version. So what you can do is go back to map only, which is my preference. So I'm going to move over, and we're going to go out here closer. What is this, in Phoenix or New Mexico? I have no idea. So let's look at this one right here.
What are you building?
Well, what I'm trying to do is, okay, so if you're targeting land, if you can get tracts of land 5 acres or more, they become more attractive. Not always, small infield lots are good too, but they become more attractive. So one of the ways, again, is to use mobile homes because they normally sit on large tracts of land. All right, so let me see. Let me look at this one. But I want to look at the all right. So let me do this. Let me pull up one of my other tools here. All right. Also, let me see. All right, so I'm going to pull up this tool called MapRight. And what it does is it's built for land. And so it makes it a lot easier. So what was that located? Let's see. This is in in Arizona. Okay, so let's do the AZ. And let me grab this address. Okay, boom. We don't have any properties come. Nobody put an address in there. Okay. All right. So if I select this, it says 18 acres actually. Okay. And so here, what does it say? It says 18 acres. Okay. Boom. All right. But it looks like it's like I said, it must be a mobile home park or something. So it's accounting for all of that. All right. So I'm going to remove this one also. And I'll zoom back out. And let's see what else we got. Let's look at this one. And we'll add it. Okay, it said that's 10 acres. So let me take that address, put it over here. Makes it easier to see the boundaries. or at least in my opinion, in this tool here. It's more set up for that. All right, so yeah, so all right, so yeah, where it says 5 acres, so they must own this down here to make a total of 10 down here also. In this particular tool, what I can do is I can select multiple parcels to build a larger parcel. All right, and so if I click on this, now it's 10 acres. It shows it's 10 acres. If I add, I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong one. If I do it here, so it's 10 acres right here.
Israel says he put an address in the chat whenever you're done with this.
No, I'm good. We good. Let's go.
I don't see it. He said he put an address in the chat, but I don't see it. And he said plus the lot next to that address, but he says he put an
I see
address.
someone else has
Yeah,
one.
someone else put one in here, but Israel said he put one in here. I don't see anything. Is there one a private chat or something? Do you have a private chat?
Nah, he shouldn't be putting it in there. We're trying to keep it in there. You know what's the name? Yeah, I don't
but
see
Israel, I don't see.
Yeah, just put it in there again. We don't see it.
Yeah,
So-
Israel, we don't see that address that you say you put in here. So would you do that again, please? And okay, we'll just use this other address that somebody else gave us.
All right, what is it?
505 E, I guess for East. 505 E, Lloyd Street, Pensacola, Florida. Lloyd Street, Pensacola, Florida. That's it.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's well, we don't have to duplicate that anymore. Well, you all will. So, but until the new upload, I can designate this as the target. So I'll go ahead and do that. But what I want to do is look on the Google Maps so I can locate it. All right, and Pensacola. All right, so it's above Highway 90 and 110. Okay, boom. All right, so let's see what we got here. Let's zoom out. So we're right here where we need to be. So that's 110 and Highway 90. So it's going to be in this area right here. So I'm going to change this over to houses and under sold. And we're going to do this we're going to remove this. No minimum. Okay, and we're going to do the last 90 days. All right, so let's see what we got. So we're going to look at this one. So that looks like that's been renovated. Definitely going to add that one. And let's look at this one. All right, been renovated. And the reason I'm choosing the ones that have been renovated because we're trying to determine the after repair value, right? So normally it's going to be the higher numbers within a particular area here. So I don't know if I want to go up this far. I think we're good here because I think our property is in here. What was it? East what?
Is East 505 East Lloyd Street.
Yeah. Okay, it's up here. Okay, so boom. All right, so let's see what we got. All right, so remove this Arizona property. Okay, and this is our target. Okay. All right, so now we have one right on the same street. So if we look at the year built, but it's a 2017 build. Ugh, I don't like that.
Tell them why you don't like that.
Well, ideally, you trying to stay within 5 years of your year built, 1940. So 1945 and back would be ideal, but we have that new build there. I really don't want to use that. So I'm gonna take it out. We have this one here, which is close. It says 302 is the square footage on it. So again, it was rehabbed, and this was just back in February, so not even 2 months ago is the date of this video. So I like that. So that 302 number right here. So that's the average because we don't have one there. And let's see how this was. So this would be our ARV right here. I don't really have to look at it. This will be our ARV on this one. So now our square footage is 1184. So we'll go back over here. We're going to change this to back to 25. We're going to change this back to 40. Okay, so 1184 on the 40. So we'll be at 30,000 if it's livable. If it's not livable, we'll be at 50, 30 and 50, 30 and 50. And so we said the ARV is 357. So we're going to do 357,000. What did I say? 30 and 50, 30 and 50. All right, 30,000. All right, on something like this, 10% would be basically about 36,000. And then 7% of that number, so 357 times 0.7. And the reason I'm doing that, this is how you figure out how much money you can try to make. So between 25 and 36. So I'll just leave this at I'll change this to 30 or something like this. So ideally, if it's livable, you'll want to be at below 208,000 if possible, and you'll put it back out there around 37, 240 to your buyers. Then I say what, 50? So, and if it's not livable, you're gonna be below 190 for sure, and then around 220 for what you'll put it back out there to buyers for. So, I'm sorry, I had this at 75. Let me change this back. It's gonna change everything. All right, so let's go back. So we're gonna do 30. Okay, so let's go back. All right, so if it's livable, 190 and below, you put it back out there 220. If it's not livable, we change this to 50. Going to be below 170. You're going to put it back out there around 200. All right. Who's next?
All right. For whatever, I don't know what's going on, why we can't see the address from Israel because we can see other people's addresses. But he says the chat shows my other comments, but not when I put address. So I don't know.
I don't know what's the deal on that.
Somebody said I noticed that also at Israel. That's interesting. Whatever.
If they text the word Gator to 205-964 205-964-5243, they can join the live and he can just give it to us.
Can I type it in here?
I'm going to put it on the screen here.
Okay. Because I have another address here, but
where is it?
Facebook user 411 North Main Street. But if you don't give us the state, we're not able to.
Well, we need the city.
Yeah, we need the city. I'm sorry, we need the city or the zip or something, so we can, use that address.
Where's my thing? I guess I'll create one. Talk to Gator.
Okay, 620 Trinity.
Okay, here you go.
Fresno, California. Okay. So Israel, 620 Trinity, Fresno, California, and he gave the zip code.
All right, hold on. Let me add this.
Okay.
Well, he gave it to us, so we don't need that. So that's fine. All right. So let me share my screen again.
Okay, got it.
All right. So what's the address?
It's 620 Trinity. People are getting clever. 620 Trinity, Fresno, California.
Trinity what?
I don't know, but Fresno, California, 93706, maybe it'll pop up. Fresno is Fresno.
That's Trinity Street.
Okay.
All right, so we'll make this the target. All right, and let me try to locate it. All right, and
Okay, Israel, we're doing your property now, so you should be able
so
to
that's off
see
of
it.
180, and okay, so it should be right in there. Okay. All right. Let's zoom out. Okay, yeah, that's right. I think his is. Let's see. Hmm. Let's see. I don't see his prop. Okay, so it's right in here. That's where it is. Okay. All right. So profit is right in here. Is it above the street? Okay, so yeah. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm going to remove the boundary, and let's see where we're at, 90 days. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll use the draw tool here to capture this area. All right.
He also said the lot next to it, so
Okay. All right. So let's start adding some properties here.
hello, Richard.
Okay, that was renovated good. Okay. Not sure about that one. Not sure about that one. Let's see what this is doing. That looks like that may be renovated, or at least well maintained, even though there's no photos. Okay, definitely
This
that one.
one's renovated. Looks pretty
Definitely
on the
that one.
inside.
Let's look at this one. I think,
Mhm.
okay. All right, so what we got here? All right, so he was on Trinity, so that's the target. Okay, so there's a 1918 build. Everything else is newer. We really don't have a choice here, so I'm gonna eliminate the 1940 for sure. Um, might as well eliminate the 1930
Why?
also. They're more than 5 years newer, even 10 years newer. So
Okay.
I'll go with the one that's even closer to 1926. But it automatically gives me an average that I can roll with if I wanted to. We can just leave it like this; doesn't matter. So again, it's automatically taking this number, multiplying this number to giving you the suggested ARV. All right, so that's 241, 416. The square footage is 958. All right. We're gonna leave these numbers the same out there. It seems like it doesn't have that high escalation of pricing like it does in other parts of California. So all right, so we're at 23.5, so we're going to raise that to 25,000. Okay, and not livable, we'll be at 40. So 25 and 40, 25 and 40. We said 241
You're just rounding up.
was the number. Yeah. 241 is the ARV. 25 and 40, 25 and 40. Okay, and on something like this, 10% would be 24,000, 7%. On 241 times 241, 07. So around 17,000. So we'll just say 20 grand on this. It's up to you, but I'm just giving you the range to work with. So not livable. So what do they got this for sale for? They're asking, no, it sold for 128. I'm sorry. It sold for 128 back in June of last year. So not livable. No, I'm sorry, livable. It's around 123. You always said 50.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, did I say 50 or 40? I think I
You
said
said,
40. I think I said
yeah, you
40.
said 40
All right. So
for renovations.
if it's not livable, below 110, back out there at 128. And what he said, the lots, I would have to have an address for the lot. Well, let me see. He said it was next door.
Yeah, he said next door.
So let's see if I can pull it up. All
I mean,
right.
you could probably use the same address. Oh, well, you don't know what the square footage of the lot is.
Well, we'll see. I'll just pull it up here. Just
He said the lot next door is a
I guess
vacant
it's
infill
this.
lot. Yeah,
I guess it's
that's
this
it.
one right
That's
here.
gotta be that. He said it's a vacant infill lot. So yeah.
All right. So let's do this. See if it pulls it up. So we know houses are selling for two. Let's do this. So hopefully Zillow will pull it up here. Okay, it does. Okay, boom. All right. Let's see if we'll change this over to land and lots. Let's see if there's any activity in here. I got it set for 90 days. So let's change this to 12 months. So zooming out, there's no activity in here. Well, right there, but is some down here. Damn it. How big is this lot? So it's 0.14. Okay. So we had this lot right here. Sold for $27,000 back in May. So what's the square footage on 0.14? Let's see here. Says 6,500. Is that right? What's it? Let's see. All I gotta do is this. So it's 43 times 0.0, really 0.15. I did that wrong. 43,560. An acre is 43,560 square feet. So yeah, okay, so around 6,500. Okay, so cool. All right, so just looking at this, so this property here, if I add this, all right, let's see, this one, it's a little bigger than ours, but I'll add this, and I'll add this. Those three should be good enough. So if I go on the land, I think that was added as a house though. Let me see. I'm sorry, we're on the wrong thing. So I go on the land, all right. And so ours, I couldn't treat as a target, which that's going to be fixed in the next one. So disregard the number here. Let me just go ahead and just delete all of this so it won't be confusing. All right, so we go to Zomps for land. All right, and so our property is 0.15. Okay, and so the average on this is about the same. So this shows you the price per acre on what they sold for, right? Now, if I look here, it says this is another new feature that'll be added. It says sewer information none. Okay, so on this one, it did have public sewer, public utilities. All right, and then this one, same thing. So I need to go back and look at our lot that we have to see if it has that, because that matters. All right, so let me just Google this and search. And so I'll go down to details and see more facts. So does it have any utility information? And more than likely it does, because it's next door to a house. So I think we're good on that. But if I go back here and this seems to be an outlier right here because it's a lot smaller as far as the price per acre. So the average is probably right here, right? And so it's really already given. So the average between these two is that number. But if I just went ahead and just multiplied 268,000 per acre is what they would sell for in there, and I multiplied times our 1.5, our 0.15. So we're right around 40,000. So it's boom right there. So that's what the average sold price would be.
Okay.
So that's the price of it. Ideally, you're trying to get it at half that number or get some owner financing on it or something.
We have another address.
All right.
411 North Main Street.
You said 411 North Main Street. What city?
Vermont, Illinois.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
Pretty.
It's livable, but definitely needs some work to get reach. I got a lot of photos, and I wonder was it previously listed or something. All right, so we're going to treat this as the target, and I'll Google the address so I can locate it.
5-bed, 3-bath.
All right, so what is Vermont near? Nothing. Okay.
He said nothing.
Okay. Now hopefully it'll pull some information here. So, all right. So let's see. That's what we got. All right. So if I zoom out, so okay, so it's automatically creating the boundary. Good, but I'm gonna remove it. All right. So we're going to sold, and we're going to do houses, and we're doing the last 12 months here, I think. All right, and we are. Okay, so if I zoom in here, so here we're right here in Vermont, right here. So let's look at this. So we're going to add this. Well, no, we don't want to add that one. Let's see what this is looking like. Looks like it's similar to the condition to your property, right? So we'll add that one. And I think that's it. Small town makes it tough. All right, so this is our target right here. All right, so this property here it sold at $63 a square foot, and so it sold at it sold at 170. So your property, so the value will be right there by it. So around 170 or whatever. So it's a tad bit smaller than yours. All right, so now property like this, it doesn't look like it's going to max out at something like that. All right, so I'm just going to put in the deal calculator here. It'll sell as is the way it is. So we're going to put in here 167, right? And really doing like repairs on it, it look like it's not gonna make. I don't have nothing to compare it to as far as a fully renovated property, right? Except the one that we're comparing it to. So to be able to say it's livable for sure, but to get it in look brand new, who knows? That's a 2,700 square feet property. You can spend $100,000 easily. You may not have a buyer for it in that market because it's such a small market, right? Okay, so with that being said, I'm just going to put in 10,000 in here as a number. Okay, and something like this, 10% of that is basically 17,000. 7% of that number, 16,700. I'm sorry, 167,000. You're looking at it around 11,000 or so. We're going to say 12, between 12 and 17. So we'll just say 15 on something like this. All right. And so if you can get it below 100, you may have a chance to be able to wholesale it back out around 105, 110, somewhere in that range. Ideally, if you can get it 90 or below, it'll be even better if you could. So, but that's a small town, limited information, so makes it difficult to give a true evaluation because of there's not a lot of activity there.
Earlier, Miss Diaz or Mrs. Diaz, I'm sorry if I'm, if it's Mrs. or Miss, but she said, wish me luck. I have a call with a seller later today, so you guys wish her luck.
Boom. All right. Wish you luck. Make it happen. Create more.
Yeah, create more.
Create more. All right. So we got anyone else?
Hold on one second.
Remember, you can sign up for Zomps through Zomps.com, or you can also text the letter ZZ to the number. Oh, my camera went out.
Your camera went out.
Yeah, that's cool though. That's cool though. We're about finished.
We have one more.
But no, they can still see the screen.
Okay, they can see the screen.
Yeah,
That's
see the
good.
screen.
Yeah, they just can't see you, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We can talk and they can see the screen. So Richard is asking for us to comp this 146 through 22, 183rd Street, Springfield Gardens, New York.
What did he say?
It says 146 through 22.
Is this in a duplex or something, apartment building or something?
I don't know. Richard, would you tell us if this is a duplex, an apartment building? What is this that you want us to comp in Springfield Gardens, New York? Yeah, because it says 146 through 22, 183rd Street, Springfield Gardens. Hey, B. Johnson, checking in to say hello.
Yeah, so because we had this camera went out, I'm not even gonna try to hold on here, but Rich just put it in the comments of this video once it goes in the replay mode. But please identify what type of property that is to make sense of it. So again, guys, you can sign up for Zomps by texting ZZ to 205-964-5243. Also, you can go to the website to use it. Hopefully we'll be back here tomorrow. Also, again, make sure you follow these instructions. Subscribe to the channel by selecting this button here. Once you subscribe to the channel, tap the little bell, select all, so you now are alerted whenever we upload new videos like this one and when we go live daily. Okay.
Oh, they said this is the way the homes are in Queens, New York. But he said put 14622, and this is.
Okay, let me just Google it. So it's 14622. What was the rest of it?
183rd Street, Springfield Gardens, New York.
Is that in the Bronx?
He's asking if that's in the Bronx.
Did he give a zip? I have it here, I think. Okay. Okay, so hopefully this is it right here. All right. Yeah. Okay, boom. All right. So let me do the map here. I got it right here. So, all right. So we are doing another one. Okay, boom. Okay, so it's above John F. Kennedy. So it's in that general area. Okay, so boom. So let's see what we got. Oxy.
Let's
All right.
see.
See what we got. So we're gonna do only 90 days here. Matter of fact, we'll do 30.
Okay.
We'll do 30 days.
All right.
All right. So where's the
It's pretty
airport?
active, so
Well, actually, we need to do 90. It's not enough. So
mm,
let's do 90. Okay, boom. All right. Where was the airport at again? So we got this little circle thing right there. Okay, boom. I think we're down here. Remove the boundary. Oh, it's above that. Okay, yeah, it's up. It's up here. Okay, cool. All right. So let's do this. So I'm going to use my boundary tool here to eliminate a lot of this stuff that we don't need. All right, hit apply. All right, cool. All right, so let's get in here and grab some stuff. So let's see here. I don't like enough photos on that. Let's look at this one. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. All right, let's do this 700. Nothing on that one. Let's do this 650. Trying to look at stuff that I know has been
renovated.
renovated. No. Let's look at this one. No.
Queens, New York.
Well, go ahead and do the $1 million one here. Okay, boom.
Queens.
That one property or two. That's one.
Where you go find your queens?
All right. It may have been completed, but I can't tell. Trying to see if that was more than one property. It's not. All right, and we got one down here. I don't know if I want to cross over there though.
Mm.
All right, so let's see what we got. All right, so this is our property. This is the target. Okay, so that price per square foot all over the place. So ours is a 1950 build, and this is a 2005 build. I definitely don't want to use that. And this one sold in February, so 1920. All right, and it sold for $1 million. So let's see how did it sell. All right, so I want to go look at the history on this here. Okay. All right, and so let's see here. Purchase money.
On this one, you are using PropStream right now, so they know that you're not using Zillow.
Yeah, it's not Zillow. This is Later PropStream here. Okay, so they a loan balance of $1 million. Cardinal Financial. I wonder is that private lending? That comp scares me.
Why does it scare you?
I would at least like new conventional or definitely FHA. I don't see anything else to justify that. Let me see. So that was the 1.5. See this one here. I don't know if it's been renovated. Let's look at this one also. Let's look and see how it was financed. Okay.
What does that help do?
Because they went through an appraisal and
Okay.
and a inspection. Same thing on this one. Mm.
Can you do it in
What was this behind here? Do we have this one? Okay. So they don't show any photos on this one. Let's look at the numbers though. So it was a 1950 bill. So this is basically the exact same house almost. And I would be more inclined to trust that one there that sold in February. So I like this number. I like this number right here. It's a little bigger than ours. So that 595 would be a good number. All right. And so up there, we're going to change this to 50 and we're going to change this to 30. Right. Okay. And so the property is 1125 square feet. So repairs 35 if livable. If not livable, we're at 60, 35, 60, 35, 60. So, all right, so 35 here. Going to change this to 75 also. And we said, what did we say? 595. Okay, so matter of fact, up there, I'm gonna change this to 80. Okay, so on something like this, so that would be 60 grand as far as 10% and 70 grand. I mean, 7% would be more around 43,000. So I would probably say I'm trying to make 50 on this. Okay, so livable. We changed this to 80% because of the market. The ARV is 595, 35 repairs, 50 grand is what we're trying to make. So we're trying to get this definitely below 400. We'll put it back out there around 445 or so to buyers. And so what's that, 35 and 60, I think. Mm-hmm. And so now we're trying to get it below 370, putting it out there around 420 or so to your buyers. All right. And so with that being said, we've comped quite a few of them. Okay, guys, obviously you can go back and watch the replay. Remember, you can sign up for Zomps. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, tap the little bell so you are alerted when we go live and we post new videos. We'll try to do this again tomorrow between 11:30 and 12 Eastern. Goodbye.
Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. You text me then I'll text you back. Text me then I'll text you back. TikTok, you don't stop. I will help you make your paper stack. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now? 215-964-52439. Yep.